Cadence of Conflict, Asia, March 5, 2018. China's changes include finances as well as politics. As the U.S. unrelentingly inches toward absolute denuclearization of North Korea one way or another, China delays solidarity at the UN. China has no lack of mixed messages in other areas, such as Taiwan. Stepping up military drills near Taiwan while becoming more economically friendly to Taiwanese isn't exactly something that causes democratic voters to fall in love with a nation without elected official term limits. Some Taiwanese will take advantage of the economic favoritism, but those will probably be the kind of companies run by bosses who have a moderately high turnover rate, coupled with complaints about overbearing old-school Asian leadership style. When China suddenly changes colors again, they could lose their companies, all depending on what Chinese national security interest needs arise with the sun. That will become an unanticipated economic edge to isolationist companies that remain in Taiwan and prefer a flattened-out administrative structure. Notwithstanding, experts claim it could all backfire. Then there is North Korea and Vietnam. China won't need to worry about U.S. intervention stealing its customers in North Korea much longer, since that customer will soon cease to exist. Calling off a potential meeting between Pyongyang and Washington officials at the Winter Games involved Kim Jong-un's sister being present. It indicates paranoia. Un is evidently concerned about a coup. He should be. Many of his officials had just jumped decades forward in time travel, also called crossing the border, when they saw the life, joy, happiness, technology, and pleasures of the modern world. Top North Korean brass will pine to return, and Un's sister knew they would. Calling off the meeting only alerted the world to Pyongyang feeling threatened. So much is said in a denial. U.S. Congress unanimously passes the Taiwan Travel Act, essentially allowing every diplomat, even up to Trump and Tsai, to meet face-to-face in public in celebratory, aka respectful conditions. But the U.S. media, always asking for bipartisanship, doesn't care to report the passage of the unanimous bill. That means that the bill may actually accomplish something, and that is why China is furious, depending on the occasion, of course. The U.S. sending 5,000 troops to stop in Vietnam for the first time in 40 years should be more disconcerting to China than the passage of any bill or the blockage of any trade ships with North Korea. Of course, China says that they have no interest in disturbing the international status quo, and they respect other countries. Albeit, the Xi thought includes, more importantly than removal of term limits, that the entire world is China's responsibility. While the West would paint China as a villain, nothing could be farther from the truth. After all, a police officer didn't even need permission to catch a girl falling from the 4th floor. Her grandmother had locked herself outside of her own apartment, and the keysmith scared the girl into climbing out the window. The police officer caught the girl, both were hospitalized, and, of course, ruling party officials from China made sure to visit and congratulate the officer for such quick thinking. Then we have Google and Apple courting more favor with China. Maps and Translate are back, with a China-controlled remix, of course. National security is vital. But therein lies a cloaked warning. China is already under attack by the West. Soon to be non-communist and united Korea, U.S.-friendly Vietnam, soldiers waiting to flex their muscles in India, diplomatic visits to Taiwan, not to mention the ever pro-US Japan, China is surrounded. This is dangerous. All that needs to happen is for China to send out its military like King John's crusade. Then Apple and Google will have no opposition re-educating China's population without soldiers to protect what's happening at home. It would be best for China to refortify and give Apple and Google the boot. But who is the West to give China any suggestion? The West has money and power, so they clearly don't understand. We live in historic times. That is the cadence of the conflict already seen in the Pacific.